Recently, a coin called Chiliz has blown up from levels of about 2p in the last month all the way up into 22p. You've basically 10 times your money. If you got in 2 months ago, you've probably 20 times your money. Now, luckily, I was able to spot Chiliz about a month ago. As you can see here, proof that on the 9th of February 2021, when the price was about 0.02p, I sent it to my group chat and said, listen, boys, I've read this up. I'm getting in on this coin. And my decision was purely based on the fact that the market cap was about 100 million. And I researched what Chili's done, what contracts they have, and thought about the esports and sports industry in general and how big it was. So there was that massive pro that they was involved in a massive industry. I then, from being a YouTuber, from playing games, from looking at Twitch, know how important fan interaction with sports is. That can really drive the esports community wild. That can really, be the difference between a great viewing experience and a bad one. And I was like, right, they seem to be onto something. And then I had a look at the contracts that they've already had. You can see here with Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, West Ham, OG, Roma, and they were preparing to fully launch in Q4. So you can really see that for 100 million market cap, they was in a growing industry. They already had contracts in line that I thought, with such big clubs and such big revenue makers, football especially, the contracts alone have got to be worth quite a few million. And then basically after about a few weeks, the NFT, non-fungible tokens market started booming, and this has led to the Chiliz market cap going from about 100 million which was 110 million when I bought in, 120 million, 130 million, to 1.345 billion. So I was lucky enough to 10 times my money on Chiliz. And I've just explained to you what my very limited technical analysis, but all fundamental analysis was, combined with luck massively, because I never knew how big this would get. I thought, long term, the prospects on this one, I'm happy with. I think they're onto something, just a fundamental guess. The crypto market itself is booming anyway, so I kind of didn't have time to dilly-dally. And then I was just incredibly surprised by the boom recently. So you can see, obviously, it's fallen down from like 32p, which it was 32 cents probably earlier on today, up there. I actually decided, so I bought in on the 9th of February, which was, let's come in here. I bought in round about here. So we can see just $0.3, 0.2p, which is exactly what I said. We'll draw in this info line here. And then we want to take another line, and we're going to draw this up to where we are quite now. Let's just say I sold some earlier today at 30p. I sold 25% of my holdings in Chiliz because I thought, the increase has been so big. Even from yesterday to today, they doubled in price. I just thought that there's got to be some sort of dip coming up soon. So I thought I'd take some money out, reinvest it elsewhere. And if it does dip, then I'll buy back in. I also feel like for a company within the space of a month, for its market cap to increase 15-fold is a bit intense for my liking. Crypto is obviously incredibly volatile. While I don't think it's a pump and dump because I think it really does have good prospects, just the fact of how quickly it's gone up makes me think there's going to be a dip. Obviously, long term, I think the market cap of something like this, as it expands into America, as it expands into every football club, hopefully, every sport, every esports industry, it's going to be huge. Like, no doubt about it. Let me redraw this trend line here. So I think that long term, I definitely want to hold. Short term, I did sell. I took out my original stake, and on top of that, I took out profits. So even if Chiliz went to zero today from taking out the profit that I had in, I would still have more than doubled my money. So I'm basically in a win-win situation. The biggest and best thing you can do with crypto is to make sure, if you truly believe in it, you want to hold for a long time. But if you don't truly believe, then obviously liquidate everything. But even so, there's this thing that says, never take out half your profits, buy back when it continues increasing, then all that sort of stuff. Gradually, if you still believe but you still want to take some profit, take out 10% every here and then. We can see that I've rode a 55-degree angle increase, which is quite incredible, really. It was very much a bit of luck on my behalf. And it's really in the last week that it's taken off. I mean, maybe even so more from this point here. is when you saw a bit of initial momentum, which carried it up, then down, 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 then up again, then down. But you see there's huge plays here, huge plays. This is the big bar that's taken up recently over the last few days, which is a bit of a massive increase. But, you know, it is a very, very, very interesting stock. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, so that is how I made my money on CHZ. My plan is to hold, because I do believe it will rise at a much slower rate than it has done in the last week in the future. I think there could well be a big pullback, which is why I'll be ready to load up, and which is why I took some profits out today. And other than that, I'm a very happy boy. Let me know what you think of Chiliz. And yeah, I mean, it was all luck. Do you think the crypto market is going to continue to rally? Is it going to, collapse? So weirdly enough, it's only in the last few days that Chiliz has boomed. But I would have thought one of the biggest explanations for the boom would have been the 50 million expansion to the US. Because, they've got a proven track record of raising money for clubs. And as blockchain grows, offering NFTs is going to be huge, It's huge. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Chiliz. It's a very interesting one. We'll have to wait and see what it's going to be like in the future. Take care, subscribe,